Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Lords of the Night. With me, as always, your Lord of Punishment. Say hi, Scribe.
Hi, Scribe.
Your Lord of Pennies is here as well. Say hello, Satsu.
What up, Dal?
Also joining us tonight is your Lord of Getting Strikes on the Internet. Say hi, Sinatra.
Hi. What's up?
It's Lord of Penalties.
Lord of Penalties. There we go. And I am your Lord of Pain, the Ranting Monkey. How is everybody tonight? Sinatra, how you doing, man?
Man, I am good. I'm very good. The strike got lifted. I couldn't be happier.
You know, I when you said you were able to stream tonight, I was like, this is like perfect, because the other day we've been trying to get tailed on, or Scribe's been trying to get tailed on. He was finally on. I've been trying to get you on. You're finally on. It's like the universe is coming together. Satsu, how you doing, bud?
I'm good. I just got done eating, so I'm chill.
That's not diabetes, right? You're not going into a coma or anything?
You'll know in about 10 minutes.
No, it's menopause.
Oh,
I'm literally finishing up my dinner right now.
And Scribbles, how you doing tonight, man?
I just had to pay all my bills and write checks for amounts that I rather wouldn't have to. But them's the breaks when you're an adult.
Yeah, adulting sucks.
I knew there was someone still using a checkbook. It must be Scribe.
What now?
He said he knew there was somebody still using a checkbook.
Oh, I always so when I worked in, I had a brief career in collections, and we did things like phone checks where people would authorize a check or a check payment over the phone, and credit card purchase, everything else. And I couldn't count how many times somebody fucking up one of those things screwed over somebody. So when it comes to my bills, when it comes to my utilities, I make sure there's a paper trail. I don't want anybody mistyping something or something to go wrong with the computer. So that's why I still use checks for my utilities and everything else. Most everything else I use my, debit card or whatever. But when it comes down to the bills and anything that might be held against me later, checks.
That's
real quick.
Smart.
Before the stream, Terry with the donation, thank you so much. I've been gone the last few days. I heard about Squishy's wall coating. Congrats, Satsu. Did I miss anything else? Not that I'm aware of. Nothing.
Well, we did Mad Libs last night.
We did. We also had an engagement in the audience.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Circus Zero and Sarah Plyer got engaged this Christmas, and congratulations to them. And I hope everybody had a very Merry Christmas. Before I forget, and Scribe yells at me, Monkey Dick, Jim Jones, movies, video games, hit that like button, guys, and share our stuff, because YouTube is a dick and doesn't do it.
That Mad Libs reading was hilarious.
Oh, those were fun. Those were great.
I took a bath last night because I'm an adult and I could take a fucking bath if I want to. And I'm sitting and I'm just giggling like a little fucking girl in the bathtub.
My favorite part was when Santa wrote a cock full of presents.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Those are not necessarily the kind of presents you want.
No.
Do we have anything else we need to get into before we jump into the news today? Because we actually have news. The news started back up now that the holiday's over.
Kinda.
I'm going to take that as a no. Scribbles, what do we got for the news?
Did you do the opening?
He definitely did.
Did you? Oh, that's right, you did.
He literally said, so Scribe won't yell at me.
And he did it anyway.
I know. Sorry, I got distracted by something. Yeah, so not a whole lot happened today. I mean, things happened, but I don't know if there's much to comment on them. But I will relay to you the things that have happened today. First and foremost, President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump make a surprise visit to Iraq.
Yes.
Because there's no better vacation destination than Iraq. President Donald Trump and the First Lady quietly swept into Iraq Wednesday to pay a holiday visit to U.S. troops, at last making good on the president's promise to travel to one of the war zones he has derided as costly blunders. After seeing the American war effort at close range for the first time, the president remained adamant that the days of broad-scale U.S. involvement overseas had ended. No, it hasn't. Sorry. Until you remove all of our troops from Japan and Germany and everywhere else in the world, And then, of course, the next president comes along and does something different. So he used his nighttime appearance at an airbase west of Baghdad to reinforce his skeptical view of wading into foreign conflicts. Excuse me. Quote, if they want us to do the fighting, they also have to pay a price, Trump said at the Al-Assad Air Base, where he landed after dark with his wife, Melania Trump. Quote, sometimes that's also a monetary price, so we're not the suckers of the world. We're no longer the suckers, folks, and people aren't looking at us as suckers, unquote. Well, I guess that might be true, but maybe they're looking at you a little off. I don't know. Especially when you tell 7-year-olds not to believe in Santa Claus. Regardless,
he didn't tell them not to.
Well,
did.
It's a little marginal when you're 7. Come on. Regardless of whether Trump likes the wars or not. Well, I don't think anybody likes the wars.
Well, he has to because he's evil.
Let's just put this at. I don't even think the people that send people off to wars like the wars most times. But anyway. Whether he likes the wars or not, they are now his, the lives of the young men and women stationed abroad subject to his decisions, whims, and orders. And as such, the commander-in-chief was fulfilling what is viewed as an essential duty in paying them a surprise Christmas-time visit. After a secret overnight flight from Washington, the president and Melania Trump touched down into a pitch-black airstrip, the dicey security situation still restricting Trump to a clandestine visit more than 15 years after the American invasion. Yeah, look how much progress we've made.
Yeah, right.
15 years and we still have to sneak him in under the cover of darkness because Iraq is still a fucking hellhole. He remained on the ground for about 3 hours, greeting enthusiastic selfie-taking servicemen and women in their holiday-bedecked dining hall. Dressed in black overcoat and red tie, Trump posed for pictures and signed autographs for troops in fatigues. Melania Trump stood smiling next to him, wearing a mustard-colored blouse. Am I reading the fucking fashion magazine here?
Yes.
They always have to comment on what she's wearing. It's essential.
But it was sexist when they did it to Horse Girl. What was the last president's woman? Man.
Horse Girl, Sarah Jessica Parker?
Who was the last first lady? God damn it. My brain just went off.
Michelle Obama. Thank you. You can't remember Michelle. I thought you were talking about Ocasio-Cortez for a second.
Just let it happen. No, that's Donkey Girl.
Oh, sorry.
Real quick, since I interrupted you anyway. Thank you, Three-Sided Corn. God damn. It's going to be one of those nights, guys. Three-Sided Coin. Thank you so much. Stop cheerleading for the war, Scribe. Sea Monkey. I used a super chat yesterday to make fun of you. Now I'm using one to yell at warmongering Scribe.
Warmongering Scribe?
Oh.
I'm a lover, not a fighter. What can I tell you?
There you go.
For Three-Sided Corn, do they make triangular corn cobs?
It's called candy corn, and it's disgusting.
Candy corn.
No, I'm talking about if you took a corn on the cob and you looked at it long ways, and it was triangular shaped. Do you think they could do that? Put them in a mold or something as they grow
I'm sure
them?
they could.
They do with square watermelons.
Yeah, square watermelons. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
and the square pumpkins for stacking.
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ.
Well, anyway, so the president went to Iraq and came home after 3 hours and still has to sneak in and out because nothing's changed in Iraq. And if we ever leave that place, it's going to go straight back to where it was.
So there was nothing in here about how much of a shitty person he is for doing
this? Yes, there is.
Oh.
But it's not in that story.
Yeah.
Hang on.
I didn't see that story. If Monkey's got it, then go ahead.
I do, yeah. Troops bringing Trump hats to sign may violate military rules.
Oh, my God.
Oh, you're shitting me.
No. President Donald Trump made his first visit to a war zone on Monday, receiving an enthusiastic reception from many troops there, some of whom may have run afoul of military rules.
Dun, dun, dun.
Video footage and the written report of Trump's visit with service members in Iraq show the president signing "Make America Great Again" hats and an embroidered patch that read Trump 2020. But troops requesting autographs could brush up against the Department of Defense guidelines for political activities. Those guidelines say that active duty military personnel may not engage in partisan political activities, and all personnel should avoid the interference that their political activities imply or appear to imply. So they wanted him to sign autographs, and he did, and now Trump has gotten those poor bastards in trouble.
You know, if these guys were just sitting there going fuck Trump, resist, they would be praised by the same media outlet that's in trouble.
They'd be like, troops stand up to Trump.
Yeah. Yeah, and it would have been an awesome, amazing thing. But now it's just
Stunning and brave. They would be
but
called.
first, before we move on from this, because this probably should go at fucketry time, but it's just too fun not to talk about now. 7 hours ago, Alyssa Milano, my dumbass sweetheart, tweeted out, Trump becomes first president since 2002 not to visit troops at Christmas time.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
And then 3 hours later, she had to post that he went and visited.
Wah, wah, wah.
Oops.
It wasn't Christmas time when he landed. Doesn't count.
Time zones.
Connor Johnson, thank you so much. So apparently, Soulja Boy is in legal trouble for patenting. God, motherfucker, it's going to be that night. A brand of Chinese bootleg console. What does this mean in the long run?
Didn't I tell you this was going to happen? Didn't I tell you exactly what would happen?
Everybody knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
He's just like, fuck Nintendo. They ain't going to do shit.
Yeah,
like,
he called someone an asshole on Twitter. It's fucking hilarious.
He's going to get in trouble here, at least, for copyright problems because you can't sell an emulator.
I wish I would have bought one of those fucking Soulja consoles.
Opinionated Scotsman says, happy birthday, Sinatra. Thank you for that. And Three-Sided Coin, maybe they'll get off like those pilots who drew a Johnson in the sky. Oh, yeah, those guys who drew the dick in the sky got away with it. Good for them. I have no problem with that.
Charge somebody for drawing a dick in the sky.
Conduct unbecoming.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Sexual harassment on a massive scale.
10,000 women were violated by the sky dick.
Right. Anyway, sorry. I actually had stuff to talk about tonight, Scribe. I'm sorry.
You're sorry you had things to talk about. What the hell is
I
wrong
feel
with
like I'm interrupting your time because
you're always interrupting my time. Anytime that you're speaking, even if we're not there, even if we're not on the air, you're interrupting my time. Somehow you're doing that.
But usually it's not with anything like story related. Speaking of not story related, All You Need has a birthday today.
So?
You know what that means, Satsu. You can't make it stop. It's going to happen. So
that means Sinatra gets to like make comments and Satsu has to sing.
Nah, bruh. That ain't how that work. That's not science.
Oh.
That doesn't science. Sinatra, you watch the show, you know we sing. You can sing along if you'd like. You don't have to. But
me.
All You Need, I know you're out there because I can see you. And this one is for you. A 1 and a 2.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, we gotta hang on. We gotta explain the rules to Sinatra. We stop and let Satsu say something between each verse.
Oh,
that's right, god damn it.
Okay, so that was our warm-up. Here we go.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I forgot.
All You Need. Are you out there? Are you listening? Or have you given up on us? This one's for you. And a 1 and a 2.
Happy birthday to you.
I feel violated.
Happy birthday to you.
I used to like Sinatra too.
Hey. Happy birthday, dear. All You Need.
You hurt my feelings.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, All You Need. I hope you had a great one.
Do you get Christmas birthday? Do they get doubled up? I kind of need to know.
What?
Do they get double presents?
Well, that was yesterday. If your birthday.
Well, yeah, but it's so close.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if people do like we talked about the Christmas / birthday present bullshit, then don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that to kids. Get them 2 presents, even if you got
adults either.
Right, don't do it anyway.
Yeah, they're adults. They'll live.
Well, not if they have heart conditions.
That was dark as shit.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. They're adults. They'll live. Well, not necessarily.
What else you got for news?
Let's see. Anonymous donor provides free lunches to Georgia district's families in need during holiday break.
Yay, cool. Nice stuff.
That's awesome, dude.
School's out for the holidays, and for many students, so is lunch. But this year, thanks to an anonymous donor, students in need will be able to get free lunch through the winter break in DeKalb County, a suburban area east of Atlanta, Georgia. Over 20 million children participated in the federally assisted low-cost or no-cost National School Lunch Program during the 2017-2018 school year. Under this program, any child at a participating school may purchase a meal. Local schools set the prices for meals and offer a sliding scale to students depending on family income. For many students, this is their main source of food, but once the holidays come around, the schools close, and so does their cafeterias. Quote, for many of our students, school is the stable place for them. DeKalb County School District Deputy Superintendent Vasanne, V-A-S-A-N-N-E, Vasanne Tinsley. Vasanne. That's an interesting name. The school district announced Wednesday that they would be opening 2 school cafeterias to serve lunch free of charge to those in need, thanks to the donation they received. Are they going to tell us what it was? This program is made possible by a grant from a donor-advised fund of the Jewish Federation of Greater Atlanta in partnership with Jewish Family and Career Services. So it wasn't anonymous? I'm confused. 2 cafeterias were open today, one at Stone Mountain Elementary and a second one in Woodward Elementary. The school district plans to keep them open for the remainder of this week and on January 2nd and 3rd. So I'm confused. Was it anonymous or wasn't it? Because it's an anonymous donor, but then it says these people gave a grant. So I'm confused.
Well, I think it was like the person who did it wasn't named, but the organization that did it was.
Okay. And they don't say what the donation actually was, or how much it was, I should say. But whatever. Okay.
Speaking of donations, Opinionated Scotsman is throwing my Streamlabs in there if you don't want to give donations to YouTube. See how I slid that in there? That was a segue.
That's sexual assault, monkey.
Speaking.
What was that? That was a segue? That was a novelty piece of transportation? Okay.
I still want one of those. I don't care.
Yeah, well, you need to get us Rascal. We need to get you a Rascal.
Only if it's one of those supercharged ones that you can run people down with.
Or a hover round. How about a hover round?
No. We need to get him one of those like chair lifts that go up and down the stairs.
We've talked about that. It doesn't work in his house, unfortunately.
Yeah, this house was built back in '69 when they had different building standards. So the stairs going upstairs are really thin. There's not room for one, unfortunately.
Narrow.
Yeah, narrow is the word.
Thin stairs sounds like they're going to crack under your feet or something.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, you're not putting any weight on the stairs.
No, so what we need to do is not get him a chairlift. We need to buy him a ranch-style house.
Did you come on here, Sinatra, to help him fuck with my English?
Well, I would have corrected that anywhere.
Fuck both of y'all. Anyhow.
Let's see. This is how exciting the news is today, guys. J.C. Penney stock falls below $1 for the first time since 1929.
Jesus.
Oh no!
I didn't even know they were still open.
I didn't even know stocks could be that cheap. Holy shit! Every time I see a pennies, they're packed to the brim of old ladies.
Monkey, you remember that story we did recently? When they fucking tricked a whole bunch of people and thinking that they were selling expensive shit. That was J.C. Penney. Yeah.
No, it was Payless.
Was it?
Yeah, it was Payless shoes.
Oh yeah, they made them charge like $800 for some knockoff fucking shoes.
Yeah, they gave them their money back, but still.
You know what my biggest regret, at least financial regret, was back when Ford stock went down to like $1 a share or something.
Oh yeah.
And I was talking to my dad when that happened because he used to work in the car industry, and I said, maybe you and I should go like halvesies on buying 10,000 shares or something. And he's like, I don't know. Man, did I ever regret not doing that. God damn. But anyway, as the Dow posted its biggest daily point gain ever, JCPenney's stock fell below $1 for the first time since it started trading in 1929. That's pretty much everything you need to know about the state of JCPenney. The 110-year-old company hasn't been profitable since 2010, and its prospects are bleak. JCPenney is $4 billion in debt with a junk credit rating, a sinking cash hoard, and no sign of a turnaround. With few shoppers coming to stores, JCPenney faces inventory and supply chain struggles and no clear marketing plan or strategy. The company has been forced to offer steep discounts on clothing to clear its massive inventory glut. Last month, JCPenney reported a $151 million third quarter loss and a 5.4% drop in sales. The stock has fallen 68% this year, and nearly 30% of that in December alone.
Wow.
Damn.
Good Christ. Jill Soltau, formerly the boss of Joann Stores, became CEO in October, the company's fourth in 6 years. Soltau has her work cut out for her. I think she has her work gone in about 3 months. The company's leaders said they are considering closing some of JCPenney's remaining 860 stores. Yeah, you think? That might help JCPenney in the near term, but its long-term prospects are questionable. The company has $2.1 billion debt payment due in 2023. Wall Street analysts are skeptical about JCPenney's ability to repay that money. A spokeswoman for JCPenney declined to comment. Oh, but you did reach a woman. Like, hey, would you like to say something? No. Okay.
Well, I just think it's funny that.
Yeah. It's like, do you have anything to say? Yeah, this place sucks. The company never really recovered from the Great Recession. It lost shoppers to cheaper sellers a decade ago and struggled to bring them back as the economy began to rebound. JCPenney plowed through its cash reserve in an expensive makeover after it hired former Apple Store chief Ron Johnson as its CEO in 2011. The plan didn't work, and Johnson was fired after 17 months on the job. It lacked cash to improve stores, buy trendy merchandise, or hire more employees. The company switched its focus several times over the past few years, from older shoppers to younger, trendier ones, back towards middle-aged women. JCPenney has recently changed its merchandising strategy, chasing proven sales trends instead of filling up stores with inventory. It started selling appliances a few years ago, but that strategy hasn't paid off either. So Sears is gone or bankrupt. JCPenney is just about in the shitter. Who's left of the old department stores?
No one. Real quick, thank you over on the Streamlabs, Peter, with the very generous donation who says, Merry Christmas, Monkey. Merry Christmas, Peter. Thank you so much.
Target is still doing well, though, I think.
They're not as old as like Penny's and Sears, though.
And they have a lot more stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you can buy toys and cool shit.
They're expensive. Walmart is what they are.
It's Walmart at not Walmart prices.
Thank you, Three-Sided Coin. I think at this point I'd lose my FA securities license if I told my clients to buy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did see though the Dow shot way up today.
Mm-hmm.
It went up, what was it, 1,086 points.
Yes, which is
biggest gain ever.
Have you guys noticed that whenever it drops super low, it's Trump's economy, but whenever it's on the way up, it's Obama's economy somehow?
No, I never see that. No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Did I ever tell you guys my investment theory?
No.
And Scribe, you might be intelligent enough to tell me if this would actually work or not.
Okay, before we do that preamble, nothing Sinatra says should be taken as financial advice. Okay, moving on.
So I have this theory, and it's called investing.
Uh-huh.
So whenever the CEO of a company gets caught being racist on a phone or something like that, and the stock just plummets, you buy it when it's down, and then the next week when it goes back to normal, you sell it off at the regular stock price.
Well, I mean, you're taking a risk like with anything else, Pepsi found a rat in its bottling plant. Oh my God, the stock goes down. Or maybe it'll never come back up again. It's always a risk. But if you can at least gauge a scandal as a temporary thing versus, because like you say, Papa John's. Okay, so Papa John says a bad word, and then he gets fired and everything else. And then they bring in, and then the stock drops, and then they bring in, rock star CEO from whatever to try to boost things up. And then, of course, the stock's going to rise a bit. Yeah, conceivably. But you're still taking a chance. Like this JCPenney thing. Right now, if you have any notion that somebody's going to come in and save this company, you can get a lot of stock for cheap. And all it has to do is go up by $1, and you made a major profit, right? So do you want to take that risk right now? Or do you want to wait or see if the thing goes bankrupt? Don't know. I mean, like I said, I wish I had bought Ford when I had the opportunity, because then I would have made a bundle.
I know my friend made a couple grand on the Papa John's thing.
Yeah. Well, I remember when the Ford thing was happening, I heard a radio commercial that said, if you buy a Ford today, we'll also give you 5,000 shares of Ford stock. And I was like, okay, that car would have paid for itself within 2 years of that. Yeah. So anyway, what you're suggesting is no different than anything else that might affect a company's valuation, whether it's a rogue CEO or a new product that comes out and bombs, or a new product that comes out and succeeds, etc. So you're not wrong technically, but all the same, you're always taking a chance. Yeah. The question is the company solid on its own 2 feet with the CEO? And is it still successful without him? Because that temporary scandal could give you an opportunity. If the company, it's like JCPenney, if the CEO that's in JCPenney right now goes out the window, that doesn't mean that suddenly it's going to go up, because JCPenney, the company, is built on sand right now. So that'd be the only other thing I'd look at.
That's good.
Thank you, Three-Sided Coin. You're not far off, Sinatra. It's actually a whole study among my peers and analysts. It's called Controversy Impact Investing Theory. There you go.
I like my name better.
You know what? Anybody who played Grand Theft Auto 5 already knows exactly how this works.
Exactly. Exactly. That's how I got all my monies.
Well, that's all the stories that I had pulled up, because, like I say, not a whole lot of big impact stuff happened today.
I have 2 that aren't like deep impact. This one just came up, and Walmart Santa Elwin Crocker charged after kids are found in his yard.
What?
A Walmart Santa was busted in connection with the death of his 2 kids, who were recently discovered buried in his Georgia backyard.
Jesus Christ.
Made it sound like he just had kids hanging out in his yard.
Yeah, I got kids in my yard. Santa, what do you do with those kids in their yard? Oh, I don't know. I thought I'd plant them. Oh.
Well, he did. He did plant them.
Yeah.
Jesus fuck.
Forgot to water.
The remains of his 2 children were unearthed in October. His wife has also been charged, the kid's stepmother, because she was involved. And a 3rd child was rescued from the home alive, thankfully. So, yeah, a little John Wayne Gacy stuff going on there for you.
Boy, that guy is a friendly looking sort, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he is. Yeah,
God,
he is.
Yeah, if you want to see, he looks like your stereotypical murder guy.
Yeah, he really does.
Jesus.
He's like, holy fuck, you don't know the things I've done.
How long were the kids missing?
Jesus.
The boy had not been seen since November of 2016. So nobody saw this kid for 2 years.
Yeah.
And nobody said anything.
No.
God
Here,
damn.
I got a piece of stuff.
Hang on. I want to show this picture, so those of you who, because Scribe's right, you guys got to see this asshole. That's the Walmart Santa.
Yeah, what a charmer.
Wow.
Can they not? Okay. Yeah, somebody asked for the link. Let me throw that in the chat for you there.
I sent a Scribe over a piece of news.
I got one more. It's actually the title of the stream tonight, the titular article, as you guys call it over there on the Not Ghost Poo podcast. Women, but not men, seek to actively punish sexualized women, study finds.
No shit.
As I read this, I thought, there are scientists out there trying to figure out how to cure cancer, and these motherfuckers are trying to figure out if reality is real. And they got money for it.
That's always just a fucking eternal welcome sign. Like, welcome to reality, folks. It's about time you finally fucking made it. We've been here for a while now. Jesus
New research has found evidence that both men and women are prejudiced towards sexualized women, but only women are willing to endure a cost to themselves to punish a woman who appears to be promiscuous.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Now, I'm going to throw this link in there because I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm going to explain the study to you. So what they did is they played a game with these people. They had 1,000 people who signed up for this, men and women. And they told the people that they were playing a game against someone else. And they'd give them a picture of the person. Some of the women were, let's call them frumpy.
Mm-hmm.
The others were
handsome women.
Handsome women. There you go. The others were well made up and in tight red dresses. Thank you, Johnny Hellcat. Santa looked like he liked French fried taters. Okay. I'm going with what it says.
Yeah.
French fries.
Anyway, so they were they're playing this game against them, and there would be a point in the game where you could give the other person, they don't say exactly what, but let's say you would give them $100 and you would get 20.
Okay.
When the women were playing against perceived sexual women, they refused to give that sexy woman money, even though it cost them money.
Uh-huh. So
they were punishing themselves to punish that slutty bitch over there.
Right.
And they had, I find it endlessly fascinating that women are like that, but they had to do a study to find that out. Couldn't they have just asked? I'd have told them.
Just like gone to high school.
I'd have told them.
Yeah.
Or literally just looked around.
Yeah.
It ain't that fucking difficult to spot. Just like I was saying before, if you look at 95% of the feminist list of women's problems, they are all perpetuated and held up by women, primarily.
It's the same reason they buy such expensive bags. You know, no guy gonna give a shit about your Coach purse.
No. Well, you guys remember what we've heard so far, right? This study shows women will even punish other women because they're so hateful.
Competitive.
Mm-hmm.
This is more broadly, our results find that sexual suppression cannot be described as being either male or female driven. What? You just showed men don't punish women for it. Women do it. But yeah, we can't. Don't state the. I see now why they have to do studies, because they're fucking retarded. Yeah. But yeah, so they did a study for that, and they found out women don't like hoes. Thank you, Terry Diamandis. Women get jealous of each other, now confirmed by science. Actually, absolutely, it's just science, y'all.
Science.
What was that story that Sinatra sent you, Scribbles?
Well, let me send it to you.
Oh, I thought Scribe was reading the news.
No, Monkey wants to do it now, and I'm fine with him. There you go. Monkey can read, I think.
Monkey can read.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah. I did see this. Retailers had their best holiday in a while. Bigger paychecks and cheap gas drive best holiday shopper season in 6 years. Which is why the stock market bounced back so well today. Holiday sales grew at their fastest pace in 6 years, buoyed by rising wages and a drop in gas prices. Retail spending from November 1st through December 24th increased 5.1% from a year ago, according to MasterCard Spending Pulse. Shoppers spent more than $850 billion during the holidays.
Oh my God!
You know how many walls we could build with that? Unfazed by volatility on Wall Street, consumers flooded into stores and bought clothes and home decor online. Gas prices have dropped by more than 20 cents a gallon over the past month, giving shoppers extra cash for the holidays. Consumer confidence translated into holiday cheer for retail, said Steve Sadove, senior advisor for MasterCard and former CEO of Saks Fifth Avenue. So there you go, guys. The economy that's going to shit because of the stock market dropping. Yeah, people are still spending in great holiday season for retail. Your Amazon. I know I gave Amazon way too much money this year.
Right?
I don't even want to see the total. I don't.
Prospero's right. It's Obama's economy, remember?
That's right.
Even though CNN promised that the economy was like, it's going to collapse. It's going to collapse in like 4 years. They pulled the Alex Jones stick out, and now they're forced to write articles how this was the best fucking Christmas ever.
There's still a headline over on Drudge that an economist is, was it on Drudge? Yeah. Summers raises chance of recession next year to 60%. Y'all don't know. Shut up.
These economists have been wrong every step of the way. Some of them said that we would have a complete fucking like economic breakdown by 6 months into the Trump presidency.
Do you know how many of these economists, even when the housing market started to crash, were still saying everything was good? And these motherfuckers still have jobs analyzing the economy?
Well, Nate Silver still has a job. Just let that one sink in.
Oh, God. Anyhow, guys, that brings us to the end of regular news, but we're not done with news because it is now time for MSS News. If there's a story you'd like us to read, hit us up at the hashtag MSS News over on the Twitter machine. We can't get to all your stories, but that's just because I interrupt Scribe all the time. Scribbles?
Yes.
Would you like to read or you want me to do it? I'm having fun, so I don't mind.
I'll do a couple.
All right.
And then you can do some. This one comes from senior staff reporter and chief Florida correspondent Colleen Bernier. Florida billboard looks hacked with satanic corgi and naughty gorilla.
What?
Corgi is hungry for some burgers and fries, but be warned in case you join him for dinner, quote, Satan is the one true God, unquote.
What?
Let's just hope password wasn't the password to gain access to the seemingly hacked billboard posted up on U.S. Route 441 in Central Florida. An eagle-eyed driver and her boyfriend heading home for Christmas spotted the sign and claims to have caught a message that just didn't seem right. A gorilla saying he's been a naughty boy, plus a word not appropriate on this family-friendly news site. Markel Maddock made a U-turn to try and catch it again. Quote, it wasn't hard to notice with the lime green background and gorilla on it, she said. But there appeared another message, quote, where do I buy milk? Where do I buy milk? Where to buy milk? Place to buy milk. And another with maybe a word or two of advice from a Twitter user who knows a thing or two about hacking billboards across the country. Quote, these people think connecting a billboard to the internet is a good idea. These people are wrong.
Well, since they didn't give us, can I read what the gorilla one actually said?
Well, I've got it right here.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, it's Santa Claus right over there. Holy shit. Oh man, I've been a naughty boy.
I respect that. I really do.
The corgi one is true God. The corgi one is hilarious. So
could you imagine rolling past and just like doing a double take? Like, what? Hold on, did I?
Satan is the one true God. What? That's great. I like that story.
That is awesome.
Let's see. This one comes from Massive Dynamics. I'll never stop. Prolific streaker has stripped off at 568 events.
Jesus.
If you're going to be a streaker, I guess the best way to be described is prolific.
Yeah. A prolific streaker who claims to have stripped off at more than 560 events around the world has said he has no plans to stop. Mark Roberts, 53, has been a, quote, performance artist, unquote, for more than 25 years, despite his children begging him to pack it in when they were teenagers.
Pun.
The father of three, who lives in Sefton Park, Liverpool, has streaked at major sporting events, including the Super Bowl, the Olympics, a UEFA Champions League final, and Usain Bolt's last 100-meter race. The trouser-dropping pitch invader has also stripped off at the dog show, the 2011 Turner Prize, and the Cannes Film Festival. Mr. Roberts, who claims to have streaked 568 times across 24 countries, said only 25 of them have led to an arrest. He streaked.
Oh my God.
He streaked at a curling match, for fuck's sake. Okay, that's beyond the pale. No.
Did you scroll down to the picture of him diving over the tennis
Yes,
net naked?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I don't want to know anymore. I want my eyes to go away. Not really, but you know what I mean.
Real quick over on the Streamlabs. Thank you, Sanguine. I can't believe I have to read this message. He's being mean to me. When did Monkey learn how to read? Are the morning streams you're hooked on phonics lessons?
Oh!
I'm actually catching your night live when I missed the other two this week, so have money because just since it isn't Christmas, the grand still needs spoiling. Thank you so much, you insulting bastard.
I'll do one more, and then Monkey can take over because he's a nice guy.
Thank you for that. I try.
Let's see. This one comes from Frosted Glass. If you can believe it, I should say. This comes from Slate. The path to the presidency could be harder for white Democrats in 2020.
No.
Wow. Well, then.
An assessment of what happened in 2016 shows that Trump's continued race baiting might make his opponent's task harder.
Trump's race baiting?
Shush you.
The entire Democratic platform for the past 2 years has been anti-white male. No wonder they don't want. Didn't Avenatti get in a bunch of shit for saying only a white male should run?
Yeah, he said they needed a white candidate to run.
Oh, that's what it was.
And he's wrong. Not going to happen. Sorry, Avenatti. Well, he already had to drop out.
Before Barack Obama's election in 2008, the relationship between white racial views and partisanship wasn't as clear-cut as one might think. Yes, Republicans won the large majority of white voters who believed black disadvantage could be attributed to a lack of hard work or effort.
What? Excuse me. Source, please.
Also, just so this reporter knows, I have heard more soft bigotry of low expectations from social justice in the last 2 years than I think I ever heard out loud from Republicans.
I had one of those moments today in the video I was working on. It's a super guilty pleasure of mine to do Riley Dennis response videos because they're just so fun.
Sure. They're fun, man.
He said that black people needed to be part of the body positive movement because it's not the conventional idea of attractive.
Oh, no, Jesus Christ.
And I'm like, you're just saying black people are ugly. That's what you just said.
You're right.
Has she not seen Stacey Dash?
Oh, God.
Stacey Dash is cute.
Has he not seen Satsu? That beautiful man?
Satsu's a beautiful man. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm a sexy bitch. I ain't gonna lie.
Let's see. Okay. Who believe black disadvantage could be attributed to a lack of hard work or effort, a key measure in the racial resentment scale. Wait, there's a scale? There's science behind this?
No.
But a substantial minority of white voters was part of the Democratic coalition as well. But once Obama was in office, whites, and especially those with less formal education, quote, became better able to connect racial issues to partisan politics, unquote, according to a recent book charting these changes to American politics. Okay. Still, in his 2012 re-election race, Obama won a portion of whites with negative views of blacks. The reason has everything to do with the campaigns. Obama didn't emphasize race or speak explicitly on racial issues. Neither did Mitt Romney. Race mattered, but white racial views and white identity weren't as crucial to the outcome. Okay. And how do you know people with negative views of blacks and were white then voted?
Because they're white, Scribe.
Well, they're not citing any like surveys or anything. This is what I'm like.
They don't need it.
I guess so. This changed in 2016, and the way it changed has important implications for the upcoming presidential election and the Democratic race in particular. In Identity Crisis, the 2016 presidential campaign and the battle for the meaning of America, political scientists John Sides, Lynn Vavrick, and Michael Tesler provide a short but useful summary of what happened. Oh boy. Quote, in 2016, the presidential campaign focused on issues tied to racial, ethnic, and religious identities and attitudes. The two candidates took very different positions on these issues, and voters perceived those differences. They perceived them, like by listening. People's attitudes on these issues were then activated. People's attitudes on these issues were then activated, like they're all robots or something, as decision-making criteria and became even more strongly associated with white voters' preference for Clinton or Trump. What the fuck does that even mean?
Who else were they going to vote for? That was it.
They had a choice. That was it. One or the other.
Let me get this super chat. 3-sided coin, thank you. So we're actually requiring tax returns and DNA tests to run to make sure you're not too white next primary? Yep. Sorry, Warren.
All right. From the start, Donald Trump ran an openly racist campaign of agitation and disdain towards immigrants, towards immigrants, Muslims, and Black Americans. And likewise, Hillary Clinton ran a campaign emphasizing tolerance and racial diversity. Tolerance?
She did.
Okay.
Yeah, was it a basket full of deplorables or whatever?
Well, it's only tolerance if it's tolerance of people who are a different color than you, and diversity if it's a different color.
She didn't even do that. She ran, I'm a woman, I have a vag. That's what she ran on. She didn't run on, hey, I'm going to take care of the blacks and the Mexicans. No, the fuck? What are they talking about?
What was that song? Vote for me because I'm a woman. One of my merits is I'm a woman.
Yeah, this is Slate, so I don't know. But anyway, this is a long article, and I think I've given enough of a summary there. So,
God damn. Yeah, it's a dumbass article too. Yeah. Oh fuck. The next one comes to us from Chicago Mike. Oh God.
Oh, Mike.
Mike, I love you.
God damn it, Mike.
Prospero in the chat says hot sauce is not tolerance.
There you go.
No shit. NBC promotes 11-year-old drag kid who performed at adult gay bar. The mainstream media are unabashedly continuing their disturbing promotion of so-called drag kids. On Saturday, CNBC published a video tweet of Desmond Nipoles. Is that how you say his name? I don't know. AKA Desmond the Amazing, an 11-year-old.
I did a video on
Desmond is amazing. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
An 11-year-old drag kid who earlier this month performed a dance number at a gay bar while collecting dollar bills from adult men in the crowd. CNBC, which is owned by NBC Universal News Group, showcased the child as an LGBTQ youth advocate.
No, they're really doing something about bucking that trend that gays are pedos.
This is a quote. This 11-year-old drag kid is using his voice to encourage LGBTQ youth to be themselves.
LGBTQ.
Monkey, I think they're saying you missed the super chat. I don't know.
Oh, did I?
Poor Scribe sigh at my shitty.
What one did I miss?
I don't know.
Oh, thank you. Three-sided coin. It was one way up there. We have a saying in the financial world, economists have predicted 20 of the last 8 recessions. Going back to our discussion of, the fucking economists. I'm so sorry I missed that three-sided. And guys, thanks for pointing that out. Yeah. We have one from Colleen, but you already did one. So I'm going to do that same story from Pincalo. This one comes to us from Pincalo. Donors in alleged homeless scam refunded.
GoFundMe,
yeah. GoFundMe says it has refunded everyone who contributed to a campaign involving a homeless veteran from Philadelphia, who prosecutors alleged schemed with a New Jersey couple to scam donors out of more than $400,000. GoFundMe spokesman Bobby Withhorn said Tuesday that all donors who contributed to this GoFundMe campaign have been fully refunded. Burlington County prosecutors allege in a criminal complaint that Johnny Bobbitt, every time I hear that name, conspired with Caitlin McClure and her boyfriend at the time, Mark. Oh, did they break up?
Oh, no.
Mark D'Amico, I don't know how you say his name, to concoct a feel-good story about Bobbitt giving McClure his last $20 when her car ran out of gas. You know, I've been thinking about that so much. Why did he have to give her couldn't he have gone with her and like given her $10 worth of gas?
Yeah, good point.
That bitch didn't need his whole $20.
No.
But anyway, this is they going to jail, y'all.
Yay.
And everybody's getting their money back, so.
Yay.
Plus all the money that it was spent, or all the stuff it was spent on, those people get to keep their money too. That's a win-win, y'all. That should be a Christmas story is what that should be. I'm just saying. Thanks for going along with me on that one. This one comes to us from Shady Grin. Where did that go?
I don't know.
Oh, it comes to us from Shady Grin via the Blind Press, who had tweeted it out. Star Trek Discovery is being sued for stealing plot lines and characters from a little-known 2014 video game.
I heard about this. Yeah.
Anas Abdin, the creator of 2014 indie title Tardigrades announced last week that he tried to prevent his dispute with the media company going to court, but felt he had no other choice. He claims that the show, which is a co-production between American Broadcasting Company and streaming service Netflix, has stolen key characters and plot lines from his game series. After initially claiming the show had infringed his creative property last year, Anas has said that CBS has refused to engage in dialogue with him, and he had no choice but to take the matter to court. I tried to prevent this as much as possible, but CBS treated me in disrespect. I'm officially going to court against CBS Star Trek Discovery. He explained exactly why he was attempting to sue the company in a blog post, writing, I wanted to keep you updated regarding the Tardigrades and Star Trek Discovery post from October 2017. First of all, I want to thank... What happened?
I don't know.
There it is. Anas's claims revolve around the show supposedly stealing the idea that an alien tardigrade is the key to interstellar transport.
Transport?
Hey, I've done good so far. You're lucky I made it.
From the tardigrade transport.
Hey, it's in the car park with the transport.
The alien tardigrade is the key to interstellar transport, and humans are exploring this through a scientific breakthrough, while he also claims the relationship between Paul Stamets and Hugh Culber is more than similar to one he explored in his 2014 game. So there you go. They're being sued, and if they stole it, I hope they lose.
Yay, because Star Trek Discovery is big.
Monkey, how many more do you want me to do? We'll do a couple more. Okay. Oh,
that's
wow.
my line.
I know. Oh, Sarah, we did that story. That's a story about the New Jersey surgery center.
Oh, yes.
They weren't following the proper, what was it, sterilization measures?
Yeah, and their procedures to actually sterilize their tools, and so people might have been exposed to like hepatitis and HIV and everything else.
Yeah. There's no reason to sterilize surgical equipment.
Yeah, what are you, silly?
This one comes to us from the Jag Cochran. Jag motherfucking Cochran. Why is my phone going off?
I don't know. Somebody wants to talk to you?
No one wants to talk to me. That's just an alert. This comes to us from the Daily Caller, and it is the most egregious fake news stories of 2018. Hey, I actually said egregious right this time. I don't know if you guys remember. I've fucked that up before.
That's true.
Never.
As 2018 comes to a close, it's time to review the year's worst cases of media misquotes, misleading narratives, major corrections, and straight up fake news. Dun, dun, dun. We'll just go through the stories. We don't have to necessarily read through each of them. I'm not even reading. And my fucking mouth went out. Number one, WAPO blames Border Patrol for death of 7-year-old migrant.
That was racist as fuck, Monkey.
Why?
WAPO.
That's what it's WAPO. No, that's the Washington Post for those of you out there.
We prefer to be called Italian Americans.
So yeah, they claim that that girl was killed by Border Patrol. Yeah. Let's see. Number two, CNN and The Hill spread retracted sexual assault claim against Kavanaugh.
Yay! Oh.
Yeah, that was the Sweatnik one, I believe, right?
Sweatnik? Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure which one it was.
I think she's the only one that actually retracted it. Or was it, I forget now.
Jeffrey Catalan apologized for making a, quote, mistake in leveling the false claim against Kavanaugh, but CNN and The Hill's initial reports on the claim failed to note the retraction.
Oh.
I'm shocked.
Except it's months old. The retraction was like so long ago.
Yeah. Number three, the Boston Globe corrects Liz Warren's story, makes her less Native American.
Less than she already was? What?
The Boston Globe initially reported on the DNA test by explaining that Warren was somewhere between 132nd and 512th Native American. But they had to correct that not once, but twice.
3 times a lady.
Yeah. Fuck. Number 4, New York Times accuses Nikki Haley of purchasing expensive curtains.
I remember that.
Yeah, that's right.
That was one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, that was a awesome. Oh, thank you again, Sanguine. Stealing Scribe lines, monkey. Got it.
Yeah.
Well played, sir. Well played indeed. Let's see. Number 5, media still blaming Republicans for Steele dossier.
All right.
Seeing, I didn't realize Republicans were being blamed for that.
I thought we already knew wasn't he an agent of organization through Clinton or something, or the Democrats?
The Clinton and the DNC.
Yeah.
CNN's I don't care what your name is. NBC's Katie Tur and MSNBC's Ari Melber were all responsible for falsely claiming that Never Trump Republicans were responsible for initially funding of the salacious Steele dossier. Oh.
Are they gonna even like mention the fact that it was run by like BuzzFeed and CNN or someone?
Oh, they what do you mean? The Steele dossier itself?
It was run as a real source.
Oh, they do mention that that they spread it, but they don't say that part about it specifically. No. Well, didn't that come out in 2017 though?
No, it came out during the election, I believe.
Hmm.
Oh, and by the way, while you're talking about this fake news, it just popped up on my news feed from last night. NBC News ran the story that Trump becomes the first president to not visit our troops since 2002.
Oh, burn.
And they haven't retracted it.
Of course they haven't.
Take a screenshot of that because it's going to disappear soon.
Yeah, good call.
Number 6, CNN analyst publishes dubious report on additional Kavanaugh allegations. Yeah, everybody was doing that. CNN, this is number 7. CNN accuses Ted Cruz of being afraid to appear on their network.
Yeah, they've done that a few times, didn't they? And he always pops up.
Yeah, Senator Ted Cruz blasted CNN for the falsehood, explaining on Twitter that he had done a 15-minute interview on the network the prior day. CNN has aired none of it, Cruz complained. Oh my God.
That is some next level trolling. You invite him there for an interview, have him do the interview, don't air the interview and say he's too much of a bitch to come on and do an interview.
Yes, indeed. Number 8, CNN spreads false statistic on school shooting. Oh yeah, that was the after the May shooting they claimed there'd already been 22 school shootings in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And one of them was a cop in a parking lot when school wasn't even there, and the other one was a drug shooting near his school.
Yeah. Number 9, NBC sat on information that contradicted Kavanaugh allegations. I'm noticing themes here. I'm noticing a lot of CNN and a lot of Kavanaugh.
Mm-hmm.
Number 10, McClatchy claims Mueller has evidence that corroborates piece of dossier. Oh, look, the dossier is back as well.
Hey, dossier. Oh, wait, no.
Number 11, Jim Acosta said illegal immigrants wouldn't climb the border.
Oh, that's right.
Number 12, the Washington Post ran Kavanaugh story with knowingly false information. Guys, I'm going to throw this into chat if you want to go back and see any of these. They have links for all this stuff, and yeah, this is where we are in the news. And there's still more. I'm gonna stop there because we need to get on with the rest of the show.
What about? I think an honorable mention should have probably been the fact that the caravan was nonviolent after they were shooting at Mexican cops.
It may be, like I said, I only got I only made it to level 12, y'all.
Wow, monkey, you're amazing.
Thank you.
Here, I got the archive for that.
There's like 20 or so stories in there. I do want to mention something real briefly before we move on that's kind of related to that. I was watching Dave Rubin and Tim Pool discuss the New York Times article on Sargon. And Tim Pool says something that irritated the shit out of me.
Oh, really? He would never say anything irritating.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's times that I see stuff in this one just, I mean, it pissed me off. I actually I ranted about this for a while this morning, and I'm still irritated by it. He said to Dave that he actually enjoyed the piece about Sargon. And then he said there were inaccuracies, but that's to be expected.
To be expected.
You should expect inaccuracies in the New York Times, I'm guessing, or that we just should expect inaccuracies in our news reporting now. Now, I'm not saying he's wrong that you're going to find them all the time, but the idea that yeah, this is a good piece. Don't mind those inaccuracies. That's just normal.
Yeah,
that pissed me off. That is not how news should work.
We should not expect inaccuracies from sources.
And it shouldn't be, it's no big deal. He just kind of waved it out like, yeah, there's some inaccuracies.
I mean, sure, there's going to be human error from time to time, but you shouldn't lower your standards to like, the news doesn't have to be accurate or anything. Fuck that.
And how long ago has it been since Sargon got banned from Patreon? Because that's what the story's about, guys.
Like a week and a half, maybe something like
that. And they,
yes, it's easily 2-3 weeks at this point.
Has it been? Okay. Time dilates for me. My routine is so routine.
And they couldn't get it right after all that time? Anyhow, yeah, that just irritated me, and I wanted to bring that up since we were talking about fake news anyway. With that, guys, thank you so much for the stories. We can't get to them all because you guys are amazing and you send us so many. It's a wonderful problem to have, but thank you. Thank you for all the submissions. That moves us on to YouTube time, and as per usual, Satsu, what you been up to, bud?
Well, we have a guest today, so we'll let him go first.
Okay, wow, Sinatra.
Proper.
Oh,
what have you been up to?
Well, I cleaned the entire house from top to bottom. I did a video, and I took a nap.
You are like the best housewife ever,
dude. I am an amazing homebody because I'm such a fucking neat freak.
What was your video about?
It was the Riley Dennis video.
I'm trying to help him sell his video, and he's not helping me. Help me help you.
Oh, okay. Sorry. It was Riley Dennis about body positivity in the trans movement and how trans people need to be included for some reason or another. But in the video, it was something like, you don't have to feel dysphoria to be trans. You can just be trans. And I check my comments on my videos every so often, but now that and I promise this isn't a humble brag, but now that it's getting like 50,000 views a video, it gets really hard to keep up with the comments.
Oh, sure.
But I looked through, and the amount of, as a trans person, I feel this way I saw was really cool to see, like, all these differing opinions on how other people feel a certain way. That was really cool. And yeah, I would suggest people check out the video and absolutely go through the comments and read these stories.
I have a question, because you said trans people should join the body positivity movement. That to me sounds very much like conversion therapy for trans folks.
Yeah, well, no, that's what I thought is because Riley actually brought up conversion therapy about how they should be talked into not being trans, but they need to be involved in the movement because trans people should love their body the way it is.
But if okay, I'll watch your video and then I'll rant at my screen.
Yeah, it's really confusing because the whole body positive movement sprang out from the fat acceptance movement, which I think was the only true thing he said in the entire video. And it was love you the way you are. Okay, good enough. But the whole thing with trans is you are so uncomfortable in your own body, you need to change your gender. So I don't know how those two ideas can coexist.
They can't.
But to me, it just seems like Riley knows this is a movement that he's not involved in and thinks it's wrong.
He needs to be involved in everything.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Satsu, what'd you work on?
Well,
it hurt my brain.
I sat down and kind of set up a makeshift schedule for my uploading over on 2 Cents Plus, because I've been trying to get out a consistent flow of content because the growth is steady. It's It's actually surprisingly steady. We've been averaging about 100 subs a month, which is pretty good. And
Road to 10,000.
Yeah, lots of people are coming in. So I'm thinking 3 videos a week. I edited and got a complete video done today. You guys should be seeing that one coming out tomorrow. Monkey also helped me out with another thing on my list that I was working on in regards to Alpha 17 and the way that it's working out. And I actually recorded some extra footage today for another topic that I plan on talking about. And I'm going to be putting these videos in the queue. I have at least 15 different things on this list of topics that I'm planning on talking about. And I'm cranking them out. Squishy told me that she was pregnant, and like for some reason my motivation is just through the roof.
For some reason.
You're nesting right now.
What's your nesting? What's your video tomorrow about?
The video that I'll be uploading tomorrow is about armor and how it is how you need to avoid it like the plague. Because it is much more of a hindrance than it is a help to you. So if you're curious about why that is, go check out that video once it comes up tomorrow. I'll probably be doing a premiere like I usually do, so you guys can chat with me in the chat when that premiere comes up. But yes, armor is bad. At least up until level 20 or 30.
How do the premieres affect the overall views on videos?
They have had a positive effect on mine. I don't know if that's going to be the case for everybody else.
Because I've read, and no one really knows how the algorithm works, but excuse me, I read an article that said a lot of the time videos are promoted by their initial view. So if right out the gate you get a shit ton of views, it's more likely to get a lot more views over its life. And then when you do a premiere, you don't get that initial rush you usually would.
It depends on how you do it. If you as soon as you finish the video, you upload it immediately and do your premiere, sure. But you can schedule those for later on, just like you'd schedule a video.
Also, a premiere counts as like a double upload because people get everybody on your and it mainly benefits people who already have a large subscriber base. So what essentially happens is the premiere goes out to all of your viewers or your subscribers, and it lets them know like this is about to happen, this is about to come up. Once it comes up and the premiere is done, once it's over with, then another notification as if you just uploaded the video comes out, and that's technically the official upload.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking of the series I'm working on right now for my creepypasta channel. I was going to premiere it when I finish it all completely. So now I think I might do that.
Yeah, it's nice, and it's also fun to talk to people while you know your video is going, because you get like live active feedback and commentary, and I don't know, it's fun.
Pretty cool.
Scribbles, what you been working on?
I wrote my script and got the video prepped to assemble for my next little Netflix entry. I talked about it last night. Another diversity and inclusion video they put out to promote their corporate culture. I watched the whole thing again, and yeah, they get to the point where the lady says, we put this special event together to show people that, like, yeah, we're black, but we're also smart and we're doing great things. Like, that's so self-defeatist and just like so silly. And I also put sort of a thing at the beginning where I say, so this is kind of a sequel and an update to the last one. Remember that last Netflix video I did and how they deleted it from their channel an hour after I posted mine? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was kind of interesting, wasn't it? But yeah, so that's what I'm working on. It's a relatively short video, so I should hopefully have that out. Maybe Friday if I get really industrious and work doesn't take up too much time. At the worst, I'll have it out Saturday.
All right. Thank you, Attack Alpaca. I've been out of the loop the last few days due to Christmas stuff. Satsu and Squishy are expecting. Congrats. Yes. Concretia on her way, man.
Concretia.
Little Concretia.
You realize if you have a girl, no matter what you name her, I'm calling her Concretia, right?
Don't worry, the Root will pick it up and write an article about you.
This white man with the monkey avatar refuses to call the little black girl anything but Concretia.
Concretia.
Yeah, with that accent too. Okay. What did I do today? I did help with some video footage for Satsu over there on 2 Cents Plus, and that'll be about how to clear out POIs quickly and easily. POIs being points of interest for those of you who don't know. And then of course I did my monkey in the morning, but I did it in the afternoon today because I woke up and wasn't feeling it until later on. But now we're gonna move on to fucketry.
Hold on. Before we move on to fucketry, can I make a request?
Yes, sir.
Can you make the tagline for your monkeys in the morning sometimes in the morning?
You know what? I should.
That would be awesome.
Oh, you know what I forgot to mention? After this, guys, over on 2 Cents Plus, we will be playing 7 Days to Die on the open server. You can join us if you have it on PC and you are updated to the latest alpha, which is Alpha 17. That is live now, guys. It is the live version. So if you'd like to play with us, you can join our Discords, get the information to come play. And if you don't want to do that, you can still come listen to us because it's funny as hell. Those are always a lot of fun. So fucketry, do you gentlemen have any internet fucketry? Hey, Frosty, real quick. Thank you, Frosty Glass. Monkey, what was that about clearing out POCs? What? I didn't say nothing like that. Look, the last 2 streams I've been on with these guys, I've said horrible shit on accident. I did not do it tonight. Not yet. And yeah, Vor, it is the B240 build for the latest 7 Days to Die.
So let's see. I was talking to a black activist, a protector of black people's rights and ideals and identities. And we were talking about the Louis C.K. and fucking Chris Rock thing. Because everybody's saying that Chris Rock has come out and revealed himself as the cooniest of all coons.
Because it's not racist in and of itself to say that, though.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
But they said this about something that surfaced that was what 6 years ago.
Resurfaced.
Yeah, he's come out recently.
It's 8 years, I believe.
Was it 8 years? Because did they say 2012? It was.
No, I think it was 2010. Because I remember it was kind of not too long after Patrice died.
Got you. Yeah, and they were just like, "Oh yeah, now he's come out as." I'm just like, you realize that was like 8 years, okay? But basically, we had an exchange, about 2 or 3 exchanges, and it took 3. At the end of the 3rd exchange, for him to call me a nigga with a hard R. And
an ignorant ass one.
An ignorant ass one, yeah. And I'm just like, that was fast. Didn't take you very long to completely go against everything you supposedly believe in, good sir.
That video.
Yeah.
So, there was I don't know if you guys ever listened to Opie and Anthony, but if the mainstream media ever finds this video, they're just gonna shit their pants incessantly over it. Patrice, who was a black guy, and Louis were talking about the origin of the word nigger. And Louis C.K. was like, and I'm going to quote this the best I can. I can't do the Louis cadence, but he's like, I don't know, some white guy just saw a black guy standing there, and the sounds his mouth made was nigger. He just standing there, just being a nigger. And Patrice was like, oh, nigger was a feeling. It wasn't a thing. It was a feeling. And if they ever find that video, they're gonna lose their minds.
Yeah.
Well, they'll leave that alone because Patrice is dead.
No, but Louis C.K. was like, yeah, he just made it up.
You.
It was just the word that came to his mind.
Well, they don't have anybody that they can blame and yell at today because he's dead.
Well, let's see. The second thing I found, I don't know. I think the Attitude is a UK publication or whatever, but it was headlined: a lot of gay men are gay men as a consolation prize because they couldn't be women.
What?
You tell me.
A lot of gay men are gay as a consolation prize because they couldn't be women or be with women.
Couldn't be women. Says trans author. I'll let that one marinate.
I don't even know how
gays are so misogynistic they hate women.
They're basically saying that gay men are transless trans.
Yeah, they gay men are trans people who just opted to be gay because they couldn't be women.
I've heard the argument the other way, that trans men or trans people are gays who couldn't accept that they were gay. I've heard that argument.
I don't even know how to process what you just said, Satsu.
Jack said gay men are defective women.
Well, we're all defective women if you ask the women's.
Okay, and then I saw something from Congressmember Bass. And she says, Violence Against Women Act providing funds for rape crisis centers, shelters, and legal assistance programs. It's been without funding for 3 days now. On January 3rd, we take Congress back. And one of the responses was, keep in mind that despite its name, violence against women also protects men. And I was like, you wouldn't have to say that if it was openly stated. But we all know that inclusivity only matters when it benefits the right people.
I had a debate with somebody. I forget who it was that about trans shelters letting in men. Or trans shelters, women shelters letting in men. It was a real interesting conversation.
Yeah, I think I've heard kind of a debate about that because some of the women were claiming that the mere presence of men or trans people, for that matter, is a direct threat to their well-being. And that was
the social justice warrior movement heard itself in confusion.
Of course.
Before you move on from the shutdown, I saw something silly today. There was an article talking about how federal workers are not getting their vacation time because of the shutdown.
Oh my God.
I'm like, what would you think was going to happen?
Are you serious?
Any more fucketry over there, Satsu?
I think that was all of my fucketry. I actually stayed away from Facebook today, which I'm glad because I don't know if I could have took it.
Scribbles, you got any?
No.
Sinatra, any internet fucketry your way?
Yeah, I read a real interesting article this morning from Think Progress.
Oh, and, God.
They're now saying that there was a Russian effort to get people to vote for Jill Stein, and they traced it back to Twitter. And let's do Price is Right rules, okay? There's a number of tweets they have here that they blame for Jill Stein's votes. What is the number of tweets that Think Progress is saying affected the election so much?
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say 1.
Less than 20. That's the best I can do.
Wow, I was going to say like 10,000.
Final answers?
Yeah.
Scribe wins with less than 20, being closest to 1,000 tweets.
Jesus, 1,000 tweets. How many tweets go out every day?
Not sponsored tweets, not anything, just tweets on the Twitter. 1,000 tweets on the Twitter affected the election.
Did they have them all like recorded in like one big Bible?
I didn't see that. It said black voters were the main targets of these 1,000 tweets.
I would love to see a compilation of these so influential tweets that swayed everybody to vote for Trump. That, and like, again, how many tweets are sent on a daily basis just in general? I'd love somebody to tell me that number because I have a feeling it's probably going to be in the millions.
Well,
real quick. Let me get this super chat. 3-sided coin. Thank you so much. Holy shit. They're literally treating gay men like trans treat gay men, or like Iran treats gay men. Jesus fuck.
Wow, Monkey. Trans in Iran. Good job.
Seriously, look it up. Iran takes their gay men and forces them to be trans. Yes, they do. Which Riley Dennis thinks is a great thing. Sorry, Sinatra.
I think gay men are out of the liberal circus right now because they still are men and white. So
yeah, they're not getting treated very well these days.
Here's a quote from one of the tweets. Breaking: Jill Stein endorsed Donald Trump. Watch her obliterate Hillary. End quote. So tweets like that, they think affected the election, and they're calling it Russian propaganda.
I've already forgotten what that tweet said.
Yeah.
he said it 2 seconds ago. Like, what? Okay.
Yeah, but I just everything. We're almost over 2 full years after the election, and there's still like Russia.
Well, it's got to be Russia. Because if not, that means that Hillary lost for being a bad fucking candidate.
Right.
Yeah, God forbid.
Russia's dick must be super long because it is constantly in people's mouths over here.
No shit, right?
It is ridiculous.
Only Trump's is longer.
Yeah. When the election finally wrapped up, Sam Harris said one thing that really stuck with me, and he said something like, because he's orange man bad status when it comes to Trump.
Oh yes, definitely.
But I do really like Sam, and one of the things he said that was really fucking true. He's like, if the media could have just figured out how to not give him the microphone, he wouldn't be president right now. That's probably true.
Yeah, because I mean, how much free press and airtime and everything else did they end up giving him?
Right.
That he never had to pay for it because he was already a celebrity, and he just, whatever else, he got his voice out there a hell of a lot more effectively than Hillary. But of course, Trump has been a media provocateur for decades, whereas Hillary isn't.
Yeah.
Well, Trump knows the value of the old adage that there is no bad press.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
I mean, because most of the press articles about him were not favorable at all, but it was still his name in the news, man. And a lot of people who were fed up with the way things are, like, look how they're treating him, and voted for him. Good job, guys. Got anything else over there, Sinatra?
Yeah, there was one. I literally just clicked away from it. Failing dead air till I find the thing that I was looking at. Oh, do you follow, or did you see the Spider-Man pedo tweet?
Yes. That account looks like total Poe, though. If you actually look at the account, it looks like a setup.
What was it?
This guy named watched Spider-Man Into the Verse 3 times already. I can't be more excited and supportive of their progressive views. Officially shipped. Peter Parker, Gay Pride, and it's Peter Parker and his underage lover, the young Spider-Man, whose name I forget.
Miles Morales.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Alrighty then. I already did most of mine as we were doing our stories because they were relevant at the time.
Oh, did you talk about the Kevin Spacey thing?
We did that the other day, yeah. His video.
Yeah, what'd you guys think about that?
I think it was creepy as fuck, especially with the charges he's facing. What the fuck?
It's bewildering.
I don't know, man. I think maybe I have a soft spot for Frank Underwood, but I'm interested to see what happens now.
I thought it was creepy as hell.
It's just really bizarre. I don't know how creepy it was. I just found it very bizarre that he'd, on the one hand, the title almost seems to say, "Hey, let me come back and play that character."
Yeah, let me be Frank.
Yeah, let me be Frank. On the other hand, he's talking about his own situation in real life while sort of taking on a character that he doesn't really own anymore, if you know what I mean. And the whole thing was just so strange. And like I said the other night, I really would have liked to have been a fly on the wall when they had the discussion, like, let's make this video and what our goals are for it or something. It's just, yeah.
I don't know, but it kind of set me on a back foot thinking how easily he can turn off that Frank Underwood character, like on and off so quickly. Because he was just probably in his kitchen recording that, and he just flips on Frank Underwood.
Well, he's I don't know, like that. I think I've seen him use that accent in more than that one show. He seems to be very fond of like deep Southern accents.
Didn't he have a Southern accent in American Beauty? No.
He is a good actor. I'm not going to deny him that, but him doing that when he did that and some of the stuff he said is just cringy as fuck.
Yeah, it's a little eyebrow raising for sure.
Like, dude. Anyway, the only one I have left Soledad O'Brien.
Soledad. Now, I kind of like her in some situations because I did a video where she was a moderator at a panel talk about feminism and stuff, and she asked this panel of 4 women. It's like, okay, let's say you could start doing one thing tomorrow that would start you on your way of getting all your goals done. What would that be? What's your top 2 items? And there's silence. And then Soledad starts making up the answers for them on the stage and also tells them, like, intersectionality doesn't really work. Let's focus on one thing. So I kind of like her, but what has she done now, Monkey?
Well, the White House tweeted out their holiday picture. Trump and Melania standing in the hallway with all the trees. And
I already know what you're going to say.
Yeah.
Soledad tweeted out, they forgot to include their kids. To which people went through and pulled up all of the pictures of presidents from, this goes all the way back to, let's see, I see Nixon in there. There's Johnson, there's Kennedy. None of the other presidents have ever put their fucking kids in the picture either. But she had to have Orange Man Bad didn't include his kids.
Well, didn't someone do an article about how the red Christmas trees were bad?
Oh, it wasn't just the red Christmas trees. It was the whole Christmas setup. Oh, God, we read that. P-Dog read that on the air this morning. I don't have it here, but yeah, it's about how horrible. Oh, I had him send that to me. Where is that? What's up with this year's surreal White House Christmas portrait? Melania Trump just posted this year's White House Christmas portrait, and the optics of the annual holiday photo have a certain surreal quality. The photo, which was reportedly snapped before the first couple headed to the congressional ball last Saturday, shows FLOTUS and POTUS looking almost like cardboard cutout versions of themselves. And they are very, very smiley, despite this season of indictment and the dissolution of their flagrantly fraudulent charity organization. Here's my favorite part. They are also holding hands, a move that is famously out of character for them. This is a whole Vogue article about how bad the picture was and how weird it is.
Yeah, that married couple's holding hands. That's weird.
I'm like, this is a decent sized article all about them, about the fucking Christmas picture. Orange Man Bad. Orange Man Bad.
Christmas Man Bad. What?
Yeah.
When does it end? Is there an end?
It doesn't. It doesn't end until the next Democrat president is elected.
Even then, it's still just going to be focused on like praising the Democrat and still shitting on whatever Republicans hold power.
Yeah, but you're not going to see what you're seeing like right now. The president will not just be automatically guilty in the mainstream media, no matter what he does.
That's true.
Well, the next president is going to be jealous as fuck because whoever they are, they're not going to be the topic of discussion because they're still going to be on Trump.
Look, as much as the media always, of course, focuses on our president, and yeah, there's always some negativity. What has happened with this man? I have never seen anything like it. The hatred, no matter what he does, the hatred that comes. That is a fucking long ass Vogue article about the goddamn Christmas picture.
And they get this hatred, but if you notice, a lot of the stuff he gets hatred for, Obama did.
Oh, yeah.
Tear gas and the fucking pepper spray of the migrants. Obama did that shit.
American. He fucking killed an American on purpose.
26,000 drone strikes. And I did the math on this the other day because I was curious. Over 8 years of presidency, it equals out to one drone strike every 155 minutes. And that was virtually media silent on that.
Where was that? TOS says you missed the Reagan years. I remember the Reagan years. And you're right. I wasn't young enough to. Let's see. By the end of Reagan was 88, so I was 13. I remember some of it. I don't remember it being like this, and not like this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think they. Nancy and Ronald Reagan posed without their kids.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been a thing back then.
Anyway, guys, that wraps up the fucketry-ish half hour of this stream, which brings us to your time. Questions, comments, concerns, complaints, compliments, anything that you'd like to throw into chat, now's the time to do it. We will do our best to address questions and comments. If it's a question, make sure there are chat marks in it so we know that it is a question for us.
What do you what was your guys' idea of him pulling out of Syria? You think it's good, bad, ugly?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm kind of not sure. The thing that kind of all of it, the thing that irritated me the most, whether you agree with the decision or not, was that apparently he didn't tell anybody he was going to do it. Even people, I mean, I understand that the leader of Turkey is not exactly a great guy or nothing, but setting the precedent of, I'm going to make military decisions that will affect our neighbors and allies, whether they're good allies or not, without consulting them, isn't a really wise diplomatic move. I mean, if you at least consult with them and make a decision they don't like anyway, at least it looks like you give a shit about what they have to say.
Right.
Just making a unilateral without, it might affect your neighbors and it might affect their national security, whether you're a fan of the leader of that country or not. So I'm not quite sure that was the smartest way to go. But as far as the actual pullout, I'm still not sure. I don't know what the aftermath's going to be.
Right.
With the way we went in there, we probably shouldn't have gone in the first place. Right now, that's a shithole, and there's not a good end to that situation. What's going to happen now is just they're going to crush the rebellion. They're going to go in Darth Vader style, and it'll just be under Assad's control again. And I don't think our presence there matters really. So I don't have a big problem with it. But we do have some questions. Hang on, let's get some of these. Any of you guys listen to Odd Future and or The Individual Artist? Fairly recent to me, but pretty good stuff. I no clue who that is. Anyone?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Lords of the Night, who's the stupidest? Riley Dennis, AOC, or David Hogg? David, easily.
Hogg, for sure. He thought we could take foreign money in the election.
That was funny.
Did you see he's going to Harvard? Our boy Hogg's going to Harvard.
Yep.
And he's got like the lowest score of admittance.
Couple of super chats. Thank you, Three-Sided Coin. Scribe, you do that and you give them a heads up. All of a sudden there's another gas attack, which forces Trump's hand to stay in, I assure you. Yeah, thank you for the donation. I mean, that's certainly a possibility.
I don't know. I don't know if it's worth the, like I say, the message it sends where we're willing to do things that will affect our allies potentially in negative ways, but consulting with them first before we do it, whether it's Turkey or somebody else. It sets a weird precedent. And there's, in this day and age, unless you do everything under the cloak of darkness, like going to Iraq, there's really no way to keep anything secret. And us pulling the troops out of Syria, well, once they're gone, what's Syria going to do then? They're just going to gas attack their people anyway. It's catch-22, so I don't know.
Tyler Knox, thank you. Says thoughts on Trump's performance this year: more hits or misses? On actual relevant things, I would say more hits. On his fucking Twitter, somebody needs to take that away and beat him with it.
Yeah, I agree completely.
Scribe, Satsu, any thoughts on that?
I haven't been paying enough attention.
Sorry, what was the question? I'm sorry, I got distracted by something.
More hits or misses for Trump's performance this year?
More hits or misses? I don't know. I mean, nothing. The state of the country and everything else isn't any more terrible than, I think, socially, atmosphere-wise, it's all over the place. But I can't tell half the time whether that's from anything Trump's actually doing or people telling me that things are horrible and acting like things are horrible and exacerbating it with their own hatred and everything else. So I think it's a push. Honestly, I can't think of anything that was so standout amazing that didn't falter. Like the whole North Korea thing. If something had actually come out of that, you could call that a win. But he met with Kim Jong-un. nothing's happened, and Kim Jong-un has taken steps backwards from what would otherwise be considered progress. So I don't know. It's kind of a limbo state as far as I can tell.
Okay. Scrolling back up here.
Perfect.
Go.
Yeah.
Guys, you're awesome with questions tonight. Sorry, I've scrolled way back up trying to catch them all. Toasted Network asks, Ranting Monkey, do you like black women? Depends on the woman. Same with white, Asian, Puerto Rican, whatever. Now, do you mean, do I find black women attractive? Yes, I do.
It depends on the woman.
It does. It's Stacey Dash, man. She is like old enough to almost be my mom, and I would bang that shit hard.
For me, the only black woman I find attractive is Satsu.
Shit.
I am a sexy bitch.
Let's see what's next. Hey, Monkey, what'd you have for Christmas dinner? We had tacos and fajitas, as we always do.
Fajita.
That's an interesting Christmas.
Real quick, yeah. We let the kids decide because we like, look, we're gonna have a traditional Thanksgiving Christmas. This is when they are traditional Thanksgiving. But we'd let them decide what we'd have for Christmas. This is when they were really young, and the unanimous decision was tacos, and we just always stuck with it. Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil for the spacey Southern accent. Mule, you can't put question marks after a statement. That's cheating.
Yeah, I love that movie. I really do.
Thank you, Three-Sided Coin. Let's make a deal. You guys get Trump's Twitter down. We get Cortez's down. Also, you didn't see my tweet to you yesterday on me setting up a GoFundMe for a chainsaw to take down the ladders to get over the wall. Oh, is that the one you asked about? Because you asked me if I saw one. I didn't see one from you. I apologize for that. You actually set it up, a GoFundMe for that? Just got here. Why did Trump leave his kids out of that lovely picture? P-Dog, you were with me this morning. Stop playing.
Playing P-Dog.
Who would win in a fight, Satsu or Scribe?
Does Scribe get any weapons?
It's just like a bare knuckle kind of thing. I'm pretty sure Satsu could probably knock me over. I'm not much of a heavyweight. I'm not in bad shape, but I'm not particularly brutal or anything.
Well, my rule is white guy versus black guy. You always bet on the black guy.
That's racist.
It's not. That is boxing science, man.
Yeah, Monkey's like, it may be, but it's also smart.
It's true. I mean, it's this smart. Let's play in the odds.
Yeah, I think he's got a point there. Well, I met Satsu, so I'm going with Satsu.
Let's see what else do we have here. Are there any rivals for Trump? No.
Rivals?
If you mean in the Republican Party, no. There's nobody going to step up to him.
The only person I think could actually just maybe from the Republican Party is if Crenshaw decided to do anything.
No, the president doesn't lose the primary. He just doesn't. I mean, it could. They never say never, but it doesn't happen.
And yeah, I don't see Crenshaw running, so no.
How did it come to Fox being one of the most reputable news sources now? Because the bar has been lowered that they finally qualify.
Fox's reputation didn't become reputable. Everyone just came down to Fox.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Lowest common denominator thing. And like, if you guys like Fox News, that's fine. But as with all news sources, check it before you believe it.
Yeah, CNN has turned into Gawker and TMZ combined. I mean, it's just.
Oh, dude, I tweeted out a story I saw today. They're having trouble selling Gizmodo.
Yes.
That makes me so happy.
Yeah.
I wonder why that could be.
Because Gizmodo covers The Root and The Onion and Jezebel and IO9 and Splinter. Yeah, it's one big clusterfuck for them.
Jack the motherfucking Cochran, he says, if Orange Man bad, but oranges prevent scurvy, does that make progressives the same as scurvy? No, they just support it.
You just use their own logic against them. That's fascinating.
Yeah. What's the weirdest thing you've eaten?
Kangaroo jerky.
I had chocolate covered grasshoppers one time.
don't know.
Satsu is something foreign from one of your boxes, right?
Oh yeah, you know what? I have had some weird stuff from those from those snack crates. I couldn't tell you what it was though, because half of the stuff I was just like, well, I need to burn that out of my memory. And then some of it was good. I will say though, they had these tortilla chips. They were just corn chips, and they had a picture of corn on them, and I'm like, that's it's a bag of corn chips, and it has a picture of corn on it. I'm like, okay, cool. So I open it. I swear to God, I don't know why, but like if you ever had like buttered corn on the cob, like take the butter and literally coat the corn on the cob, it tasted exactly like corn on the cob. I had to convince myself that I wasn't actually eating buttered corn on the cob. I was like, how the fuck did that happen?
What was it again? Repeat. I need you to explain what it was again.
They were tortilla chips.
Okay.
Just plain corn tortilla chips. And it had a picture of corn on it. And I'm like, okay, well, corn chips, a picture of corn, fine. So I opened it and I tasted. And the reason that the picture of corn was on there because it tasted exactly like buttered corn on the cob. And it fucking shocked me. I was like, holy fuck.
Whoa.
I don't eat weird shit. And here's why. Most of the time you eat weird shit, people will tell you, well, this tastes like chicken or this tastes like beef. Chicken and beef are really easy to get. So I just eat those. Terry Diamana says, Gizmodo, I'll give them $20 for it. Thank you for the donation. They're actually asking reportedly 100 to 120 million.
Good luck. Right. Good luck. Show me that they're anywhere near worth that, for fuck's sake. I mean, I understand they get a lot of clickbait and everything else, but is their ad revenue really that awesome?
Their ad revenue probably isn't a third of that.
Actually, their ad revenue is reported to be about 80 million.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus
Christ. But
reported on by Gizmodo.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, a sale like that, they have to have the records for it. But that doesn't mean that's their profit. That is just their incoming revenue. They're actually operating at a loss, bringing in $80 million. So you don't buy a company that is, no matter how much they're bringing in, if they're operating at a loss, you don't buy it for $100 million. That's stupid.
Yeah.
JC Penney's.
Thank you, Cryptic. What did the electrician say to Sean Paul? Give me the light. Who's Sean Paul?
Old school. I haven't listened to Sean Paul in a while.
I don't know who that is.
The white African dude.
Oh, okay. If you made a 10-minute video and slowed it by half, then told people to watch it at 2 times the speed, would that count as a 20 minutes of watch time? No, it still counts as only 10 minutes of watch time. Yeah. It would be a 20-minute video, but they're watching it at half speed. So, how did David Hogg make it to Harvard? He's very famous, and his mom went there.
Yep, that's it.
Somebody, I tweeted
privileges.
I tweeted that out about Harvard,
mm-hmm.
and someone replied with, imagine you do all the stuff it takes to go to Harvard. You work your ass off, you fucking do everything you can to go to Harvard. And then sat next to this dildo.
Yeah, no shit. Thank you again, Terry Diamanis. I can go as high as $30. They'll wish they accepted my offer. You wait and see. Yeah, they probably will, to be honest. Let's see, where am I at in my... I'd scroll down. God bless. You guys are fucking active as hell tonight. Do you guys have plans for the new year? I plan to be here eating spray cheese and crackers.
Nothing specific. I'm hanging out with you guys, most likely.
I will be here because I'm like New Year's Day. It's my show.
Sinatra, any big plans for the new year?
It's my girl's kid's birthday, so gonna have the kids do stuff.
There you go.
Nothing crazy. Oh, I think we have a ghost fee that day. But I think it's Bears Day, so it doesn't really count.
Crack says, not sure of the pullout. Sounds like how Squishy got pregnant. And guys, if you're asking these questions again, thank you for that. I'm scrolling down. My chat bar. I'm gonna end up fucking right off the top of the screen. Thank you so much, P Dog Knight. How did David Hogg get to Harvard? White privilege. You just wait, it's coming. It's because they're trying to get rid of the Asians over there.
Yeah, that's some other actual racism.
Some poor Asian kid did not get a seat because David Hogg has one. That's fucked up. That's racist, Harvard. Do you think the heroin problem is from us controlling the poppy fields in Afghanistan?
No, I think it's the ease of availability of it, and
there's also the synthetic heroin. What's that called?
Fentanyl.
Fentanyl.
Yeah.
That is actually the biggest problem with our fucking heroin problem, because that shit is even. It's like heroin with 4 times the addiction. Good job, science. Wasn't there another? Can't we figure out that women hate each other study you could have done? Okay, this has just jumped. Oh God, YouTube, fix your shit. Thank you, Cryptic. I knew it. Only the black guy got the reference.
My chat stopped moving completely.
The Spectacular Wanderer. Thank you. No dueling sword in the cane, Scribe. Disappointed.
No, the cane is actually a light fixture, according to Grizz's comic book rendering of the walking stick. But maybe there's a blade in there. I wouldn't want to say anything because then the TSA would grab me.
Cryptic, thank you. What do you call a rapping crook? A converse. Okay. Guys, help me keep an eye out for the blue ones, because YouTube doesn't put them at the top because YouTube is a bunch of cocksuckers. Let's see. Where are we? You guys reckon there are any rivals? Oh, we already did that question. If I knew I could have gotten into Harvard just for being as a teenage soy boy against the Second Amendment, I would have faked this activism years ago. It's amazing what you can do with activism, in all sincerity.
Fair enough, yeah. Didn't someone get into Yale for just saying Black Lives Matter a bunch?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was their entire essay.
Yeah, and then the other one was the thesis that was a rap song
at Harvard.
At Harvard, where they graduated, their senior thesis was they did a rap song, and that was what got them graduated. I was like,
that was an English major. Yeah.
Yes, that really pissed. There's a stream way back when of me being very pissed off at that whole story. So
and Scribe rapped, y'all.
I beatboxed. I didn't rap. I beatboxed.
I thought you threw it over. Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, okay.
No, I just beatboxed. I couldn't rap to save my life.
Toasted asked, do you think we'll ever get a right-wing version of Riley? They're already out there. Just go look. There are a lot of people who
Candace Owens. Oh wait.
There's a lot of people out there who you may agree with their opinions, but if you listen to why they have those opinions, they're fucking morons. And that goes on both sides. Did you guys hear of Onision's savage destruction of wildlife, of which he lost the lawsuit? Yeah, Adabisi, I saw Repsion's video about that.
I did not hear about that.
So Onision bought a property, and on the property is some wetlands, what we used to call swamps, people. And he filmed himself destroying trees and stuff in it.
Why?
Oh, wait, it gets better. He then pushes all of the debris into a pond that's part of the wetland. Because he didn't like it. Which, by the way, highly illegal, guys. Even if it's your property, you cannot do that without a ton of permits, and even then they're probably going to tell you no, because we have to save the swamps. So yeah, he got in trouble for that. He's got to pay to have everything restored.
Wow.
Yeah, he settled with them so that they wouldn't hit him hard. He's got to pay whatever it costs to get all of that stuff dredged out of there, to have the trees replanted. Yeah, that's going to cost him a pretty penny.
Yeah, no shit.
So Monkey, this is completely off topic, and as I'm being preemptive today, unlike normal, and I'm setting up the stream early, so I opened up 7 Days to Die.
Mm-hmm.
And I walked to the working stiffs that we usually check out.
Yeah.
And I walked to the window. There was 4 bears and 3 wolves, and inside of the place, and like 6 zombies and 2 more wolves just jumped off the roof.
Was this a fresh start?
No, this was the one that we were staying in our season 3.
You know, we should do it.
Yeah.
We should do a video on that because we've been told that if you're using the old system, the older version, or a map from the older version, that can happen, that you'll get a whole shit ton of bears. And we've been running into that a lot.
Have you guys encountered the giant green boars?
Yes. That thing kicked my ass.
Yeah, they take 3 to 4 rockets to kill.
Moonshock says, this is a great question in relevance to this. How do you use schematics in 7 days? I'm not sure how that works. I've got a bunch, but no idea what to do with them. You have to have the table. You have to have the ability to actually use them. There's certain perks that will allow you to use each level of the schematic. And then all you have to do, as long as you have the schematic on you and the ingredients, go to the table and you'll be able to make whatever it is. Oh, God. Who would win, monkey or a set of stairs? Fuck you, Quinn. We already know that answer. If you guys were a superhero team, who would be the leader?
Probably Scribe, honestly.
Okay.
Although I think what would end up happening is Scribe would make Monkey the leader, because Monkey he's kind of got that dominating leader-like quality, but Monkey would be so incompetent that Scribe would be taken over so often that he would just be the leader.
I thank you for throwing in that incompetent part. You jackass.
I'm just saying.
What I was going to say is it actually makes sense for Scribe to be the leader. I would be the tank. I'm the guy. Scribe go in there, and I'm like, fuck it, let's go. But he's the smarter, more rational one of us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Mr. Fantastic.
Yes.
Monkey's the Thing, and Satsu is the Human Torch.
Indeed.
I'm not cool enough.
Is that because he's the black guy and they did that in that one movie?
No, I didn't think of that at all, Monkey. You racist.
Anyway. Let's see. Sick of listening to CNN. CNN provides some great laughs around here.
I never listen to CNN. I just read CNN.
Oh my God.
Oh, what was that?
That was Ohio.
Yeah. That's the sound of some shitbag on a fucking car. Ugh.
Sinatra, Ebony would like to know your ideal threesome.
Mm-hmm. My amazing girlfriend.
Yes, I am.
And probably that dirty bitch Charlotte.
Her clone.
No, yeah, fuck that.
No, left cheek and right cheek with Lady Monkey filming it all. Oh, you know what? I wouldn't even need to be in there. Left cheek, right cheek, and Lady Monkey.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah.
I would just sit back and record that and love it for years. Sarah Plier says, can I have a wine recommendation? Mad Dog 2020.
Are we there yet? Oh.
Can I just kind of really randomly throw something in here?
This is the time for it. Yes.
I was just talking to Zephanorian on Twitter, and he posted a picture of this tie, and this tie really caught my eye. And I looked up what these ties were. Have you guys ever heard of Paul Malone ties?
No,
I don't really.
I couldn't even tell you what underwear brand I'm wearing.
And this is something I would never really be interested in, but the tie really caught my eye. These are beautiful, beautiful ties. Oh my God.
Malone.
Yeah, look this up real quick.
Those are, you know what? I don't wear ties, but those are awesome looking.
Ooh, yeah. I do have a tie that kind of looks like, when I look it up, I get these pictures at the top of like these ties. That black and gold one, I think I have one that looks a lot like that. It's not the same thing, and I didn't buy a super expensive tie, but I've got one that looks like that. Yeah, those are fancy looking.
Yeah, those are nice.
If I ever buy a really fancy suit, there's gotta get one of these ties.
How much are they is the question.
About $30.
They're like $30. They're not horrible.
Yeah, okay.
That black and red one is definitely the shit though.
Real quick, thank you, Cryptic. Stevie Wonder stubbed his toe. He was in a blind rage. Toasted Network says, "Why am I the only conservative that thinks Tommy Lauren is cringy as fuck?"
You're
could
not.
not tell you.
You're not the only one.
I don't have a problem with her. I mean, she, as far as your internet born, didn't she come from? Was she the rebel?
No. Yes. No.
I can't remember. She came
Good
from one of
answer.
those. She's not any worse than any of the others that come from that pool.
I find that Caitlyn Bennett chick extremely cringy. Kent State girl.
Oh yes.
I met her. I met her and Millie Weaver at the Trump rally here.
Yeah.
And I gave them both my fucking stickers. I was actually driving by and I saw Caitlyn Bennett after yelling women shouldn't vote. I had Shelly lean out the window. I was like, "Hey, tell that Kent State bitch to take this." And Shelly leans out the window and goes, "Hey, Kent State girl."
Yeah, her shooting up the words happy holidays. She's cringy as fuck. Dendro, dude, how you been, man? He says gators are pussies. I'm not sure why that's in the chat, but dude, it's nice to see you. Hope you've been well. Hope you had a Merry Christmas, bud. Pat says Caitlyn Bennett is so. By the way, guys, I've given up on trying to keep up with the chat way up there. Oh, they said the Blaze is where she came from. Okay.
Oh, that's yeah. It was because that's the thing that what's his face bought.
Oh boy.
Glenn Beck's network. Yeah. He fired Gavin because of his association with the Proud Boys.
I really hope Gavin can go back to Compound Media.
Gavin just needs to do his own shit again. Why did the tie catch your eye? I don't know.
Beautiful looking tie.
Yeah, they are. They're really nice looking.
Yeah, that red and black one's like vampire tie.
The Celtic Mandalore asks, "Is there a federal law that shouldn't exist?" Yes.
The NFA.
Federal law that shouldn't exist.
Hi, Ed. I see you out there.
By the way, I'm cured of laryngitis, so making a video this weekend. I didn't know you still made videos, man.
He's not making a video. Don't listen to him.
A turquoise bolo says almost all of them. I mean, we have good federal laws, ones that actually should be there, but a specific one that shouldn't be there. Oh God. Everything to do with Obamacare. Yes, Toasted. I already read that. You know, Toasted, when you repeat something after we've already answered it, that's when you really annoy me. I love you, dude. I do, but we just talked about that, literally.
Well,
I'm gonna go. P Dog Knight says, "Hey, Sinatra, what was the company called again? The Thai company?"
Oh, yeah, Paul Malone. I'll post a link to the one I think I'm about to buy.
Monkey, that wasn't all the bears.
Fuck. Is there some in the back room?
Yeah, there's 3 of them back there.
Yeah, go ahead and just search through those. Man, those are fucking nice.
Mr. Adam says, "Oh shit, the show is still going on, dude. We go. You know how long we go.
Oh shit, it's still going on. Is that a good?
Why are you being mean? You know you love us." Let's see. What else do we have? We got just about a minute. You know what, Sinatra?
Yes.
Where can people find your stuff?
They could find me on the Sinatra Says channel or the Creepsin channel if you're into the narrations. Also on Twitter, under each name, Sinatra Says and at Real. Actually, I'm going to put the other one in the chat.
Yeah, toss it in the chat there.
I made a Twitter just for the Creepypasta channel, so nice. I can try to fucking rat and snake my way into the Creepypasta narration channel fucking community thing. And they're all like bleeding heart lefties, so I'm like, okay, I'll make a new Twitter.
Sinatra's also on the Ghost Poo Podcast, 5:30 p.m. on Irate Bears channel on Mondays, Drunken Uncle's channel on Wednesdays, and his own channel, Sinatra Says, when he doesn't have strikes, on Fridays. Make sure you check that out.
Keep it that way for now.
Harbo says, "Did you guys hear the new hit Democratic Christmas single, Have a very Mueller Christmas. Yes, they actually did that. I did not, but thank you for bringing that into my life. And with that, guys, we're going to wrap it up here. Chat, thank you so much for coming out, hanging out with us tonight. Thank you for the donations. You guys are so very generous, and I don't even know what to say to it. Thank you so much. I would like to thank our guest, Sinatra Says. Thanks for finally coming and hanging out with us, bud.
Thank you for having me, dude.
Absolutely. And Scribe, Satsu, a pleasure as always. Everyone, don't forget to come join us over on 2 Cents Plus in just a few minutes, where we'll be playing 7 Days to Die. You can actually play with us if you have it on Steam, and get into our Discords. We'll give you the information. Otherwise, just come listen, because it's a lot of fun. And we're going to wrap it up.
If I can get my thing done, I'll be heading that way.
Cool. Everyone, your lives make us sad. We'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Don't rape the cat.
That is an odd thing to say.